I'm gonna feel upset if the Targum ceases to exist because I've been raised in a family that both my parents went to Rutgers, and they honestly used to talk to me about the Targum and different issues that came out. When I was an incoming freshman, told me to look out for the Mugrat issue because it's hilarious that it's all these ridiculous stories, and clearly the Targum's been a part of the Rutgers history. I mean, my parents were here in like the late 70s, 80s.
I think it'd be sad for Rutgers to lose their student newspaper, their school newspaper, that's been running for so long. It's really a big part of Rutgers, and to lose it would be sad, and it would leave students without a place for their voice to be heard.
So, being the only, Big Ten school that's not going to have a newspaper is just something that shouldn't even be in consideration. I mean, it's only an extra $10.75 on your tuition bill. We already pay enough money. What's the difference between letting this organization still go on? Such an old, traditional newspaper.
Even if you don't necessarily read it every day, maybe you follow it on Twitter, or like if you're just wondering about a particular issue going on at school that you need to catch up on, then I feel like that's really the only source that you have to turn to. As a journalism major, I think seeing the Daily Targum close would be pretty tragic, not only for being the second oldest collegiate newspaper in the country, but if the university were to start funding the Targum and for it to lose its independence, I study journalism here, and objectivity is so important. Having the freedom to say what you want to say, being truthful and authentic to your readers, it builds credibility, it builds trust.
It's important to vote yes to keep history alive. It keeps Rutgers a community, keeps us together. We're so widespread, diverse. I mean, there's how many students here on 5 different campuses, and the Targum unites all of us and gives all of us a real idea of what's going on campus.
From what I've understood, they do an article, maybe 1 or 2 shows out of the year, and it's usually a very positive thing. Thank you very much for that. And then it's also a way to get positive vibes for our 2 communities.
Well, I was lucky enough to be featured in a story published by the Targum about my page, Humans of Rutgers, and that really strengthened our relationship in terms of how they view my work and how I view the students that work at the Targum.
So being a part of Theta Chi fraternity, the relationship that we've had with the Daily Targum over the last couple of years that I've been here has been really positive. Anytime that we do something good that we want the community to know about, the Daily Targum has always been the first person there to help us, whether it be writing a nice article, putting a video up on their website. They've always been like the first people to help us out and spread the good news that we're doing a lot of good stuff on campus. Especially since sometimes Greek life gets a bad reputation. It's nice for everybody to see all the good things that we do, and the Daily Targum has helped us with that for the last couple of years, so we're really happy that they keep doing that.
My roommate actually works on the Targum and has a short article, and she enjoys it. I have another friend who's a photographer, and he loves it, and it's a job for him, and it's a way for students to experience working on a newspaper, and for someone in journalism who maybe wants to work on New York Times, Times Magazine, the LA Times, like we've had an alumnus do. It's great experience for them to learn if this is what they want to do.
Even if it's little to some people, it's big to other people. Because one of my friends, I believe she writes for the Targum, she just started writing and she really loves it. And it sucks that if it doesn't pass, then she loses this opportunity.